Marko, Juras here from Fair Realty. This week I'm talking about the process of buying a building lot and then building a home. And a lot of people who come to me with this idea, ask me how did they get started? Did they go talk to a builder to get prices? And a lot of people are disappointed when builders can't give them an exact price on how much it would cost. The reality of the situation is it's very difficult for a builder to give you any kind of price without you actually having a building lot. And unlike in a lot of places in the US and some cities in Canada, there are no big flat subdivisions in Victoria where you can buy a lot and pick a house out of a magazine and start building. In Victoria, there's a very limited selection of building lots, and usually they're quite tricky. Either they're restricted by bylaws or they might be sloping below grade, above grade. There's so many variables. And for example, something such as earthwork, excavating, it could be $5,000, it could be $50,000 depending on the lot. So it's impossible for a builder to give you a good idea of how much it's going to cost to build without you actually having a lot in mind. So, what I always suggest to people is figure out what your budget is, and it's important to see a finance person that specializes in construction mortgages. Let's put it this way: if you have 5% down, you're probably not going to end up buying a lot and building. You need quite a bit of equity to do that. So see a mortgage individual, get a budget, and you can talk to builders and get a kind of a sense of what your average home costs per square foot. But then, when you find a lot, at that point, you can make a conditional offer on that lot, let's say for 2 weeks, 4 conditions. And at that point, you can consult some builders to kind of get a ballpark idea of what it would cost to build on that lot. No one can give you the exact number without the exact specifics, but at least you can get an idea. So it boils down to figure out what your budget is, find the lot within your budget, and at that point do due diligence on that lot in terms of construction costs. And just to give you a ballpark figure, construction costs can be anywhere from $120 a square foot to $300 a square foot depending on what you want to build. And basically what I tell people, if your budget is $700,000, if you buy a lot for $450 or $500, it's not going to work. So realistically, let's say you have a budget of $850. Realistically, you got to find a lot for $350, maybe up to $400, and leave $450,000, depending on how big the home is. But let's say you're building a 3,000 square foot home, you probably got to leave at least $450,000 for construction costs. That's it for this week. Marko, Juras, Fair Realty.